Pelicans. Yeah.
First took away. Gas for this. Get your money's worth now.
Brought to you by the Scott Vicknair Injury Law Firm. If you've been injured in any kind of accident, car, truck, AT-wheeler, hurt offshore, give them a call. They handle it all. 504-500-1111 for a free consultation. Yes, a free consultation. Always fight for the win. Jarrett, Ross, Chaz, Chris, Lito will be Chaz, Chris. Yeah, Lito will be here in a little bit. I'm just this is Jarrett. Walk me through this like I'm a 5-year-old. You know, you trade up in the second round to get Antonio Reeves. Okay, you trade up. You didn't have a pick in the second round, so you got to trade back into the draft on the second day to get Antonio Reeves. Starts the G League, whatever, end of the bench. You go through all these injuries. And you then, throughout all these injuries, last week and a half, you signed Jalen Noel. He's playing way more minutes. We talked about this last night. I literally said, how is Jalen Noel logging 24, 25 minutes and Antonio Reeves is logging 5 minutes in garbage time? Well, tonight, you cut Jalen Noel. You sign Alfred Payton. Brandon Ingram's out and Trey Murphy. So Antonio Reeves gets his chance. And what does he do on his birthday? He plays 40 minutes, goes 14 of 25 from the field, 4 of 12 from deep, and drops 34 points.
I'm happy the young man put up 25 shots. Like the aggressiveness that we saw even in summer league, we can see kind of transfer to now. It just seems like a guy that was like, all right, now it's my chance. I don't have a guy that I think I'm better than playing over me for minutes that I got drafted for a team for, and now I get to kind of show my skill set. Antonio Reeves just got his he got baptized by Willie Green. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to go through that with Willie Green, right? That's just kind of what it is. Everybody's going through it at this point. If you're not like a star player, proverbially. So him going through that, and now he'd be able to show his skill set. The floater, oh my God. I mean, we saw that. We talked about his tape during the summer. Like, man, that thing is elite. And he showed it tonight off pin downs, curls, being able to get left hand, right hand. Alfred Payton. Oh, we'll talk about EP. We'll talk about EP eventually. But just giving people on time passes just seemed critical. It's something we hadn't seen, and people being hopefully, we'll talk to Trey Jemison as well. People being able to finish at the rim, but Antonio Reeves, man, just good to see a guy be confident in playing basketball at the NBA level. Should have been playing more.
And I think Chris, I want to hear your thoughts on Antonio Reeves. Actually, everyone's thoughts on Antonio Reeves in the process, but I think it's an important point here by Creole Boys. You don't just score 34 in the NBA. Like, you don't. This isn't like Yabble or 8th grade basketball or a pickup game. Like, you don't just score. You don't just roll out of bed and drop 34. So, Chris, we'll go Chris, Chaz, and Ross. Like, what did you, see from Reeves tonight? Obviously, when you're healthy, Antonio's probably your 11th, 12th guy on the bench and probably getting more G League minutes. But I can't. The same question to Jarrett is to you. Like, I can't fathom the process. Like, what is the process here? You draft this kid in the second round. You have all of these injuries. So why wouldn't you be like, what can this kid prove? Instead, you sign Jalen Noel, who's just a disaster in general. And then this kid comes out tonight on his birthday, drops 34 points.
Well, I mean, look, one of the things that we've seen since Willie Green has been here is the franchise just has a tendency to think that they're better off playing guys, even if they aren't good basketball players. They feel that they have a better shot throwing in guys that have tenure in the league, no matter their strengths or their weaknesses, versus throwing the rookies out there and letting them fail, or succeed. And we've seen this happen over and over again. Like, there will be folks that will overplay what happened with Reeves, here tonight. But, the first thing I thought of randomly was Josh Richardson. Josh Richardson starting when, over Trey Murphy. Why would you do that? Now, I get it, right? Reeves, maybe this was you could, some situations are, of course, different, but you lost half your team. So you didn't have an excuse. You didn't have an excuse not to play guys that you actually invested time into. So Carlo, assets into, development minutes into. If they're available, you play them. Nothing Antonio Reeves did surprise me because, again, we talked about, 34 points is massive, but we talked about all of this in the offseason. That was nothing I thought about. I was like, we went through this already. You and Chaz did a show when the draft happened.
We did.
After the Reeves pick. You guys had conversations about those two. Then me, Five, and Lito did a show about breaking down film on Reeves. Then we talked about Reeves from summer league to preseason. And the facts are, bro, you don't get from Illinois State to Kentucky unless you got some shit with you. You just don't. You're not making it from Illinois State and playing meaningful minutes in Kentucky, starting basketball, leading a team in scoring that has some of the talent that was on that team last year, unless you simply have some shit with you. And he does. And he got a chance to prove it. He got a chance to fail and succeed. But again, it takes staff, coach, whatever. It takes everything to be completely obvious to we have nowhere else to go now. I guess we got to try it now. You should have did this games ago. It's not going to matter. They wouldn't have won some of the other games that they ended up losing on the schedule. You're not beating whoever they played yesterday without them. You're not. But at the end of the day, if it's about process, once again, you're failing it. And it's not making sense.
That's my thing. I'm not overreacting, Chris. I'm glad you brought this up. I'm not overreacting to 34 points. Like what Antonio Reeves did tonight looks incredible. Am I saying this kid should be starting next game? No. It's the process of this organization in which you literally traded up to get this kid so that you can kind of fill out your bench, and then when the time is come to play him, you decided just to go a different way and go with Jalen Noel. And it makes no sense to me, Chaz. Like I don't understand Willie Green's mindset when it comes to rookies. And like Yves Missy is like a outlier because he is forced to play. But he's done this with Trey Murphy. He's done this with Kyra Lewis. He's done this with Jordan Hawkins. He's now doing this with Antonio Reeves. Like, what is it with him and rookies? I just don't understand it.
He's a stupid motherfucker. If I can make it plain, but I really didn't come here tonight to talk basketball. I want to talk a little baseball. If y'all can hear me. The Pelicans are on deck for that upper room with Jesus. The Pelicans managed to be. I use this analogy before. When you work on films and stuff, you anger people. They don't just kick you out the gym. They say, you'll never work in this town again. And for the Pelicans, again, they're so bad. It's like you'll never work in this country again. Like that. That's how bad they are. And to Willie Green, what's today, the 20th? First of the month coming, a couple wins to do. If you ain't got nothing to bring to the table, you ain't got to worry about kicking Justin out the gym. You got to worry about the gym kicking your ass out. So, hey, balls in their court, man. I saw a lot of positives tonight. Let's keep this energy. KTSE.
Okay. KTSE. Ross, you want to talk about Antonio Reeves, or do you want to pivot and maybe talk about Dre Jemison? JRE once again smoked.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Elite song. Tell him, Ross.
Play that. Keep playing.
Tell him, Ross.
Oh, I'm sorry, Justin. You wanted more?
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
What movie does this remind you of?
I've come to talk with you again.
That's the Pelican season right there. That's the darkness. Come and talk to him again. That's old Simon and Garfunkel there. White people classic. Reeves was good. It's a shame that it takes that Willie Green found every reason humanly possible not to give him a chance to play. It's not like it's like the situation last year with Hawk, right? Where like, you really needed to earn minutes, and they tried to sort of find some minutes here and there. Like you tried not to play him, Reed. Like you were finding cats off the street.
No, literally off the street.
No, yeah, that's not a figurative statement. It's just a sad state of affairs. I don't. It's all a sad state of affairs. I mean, good on Reeves for showing up and being ready when he finally got some extended minutes. But look, man, it's a deeper situation when we talk about how bad Willie Green is. Like it's not just like fourth quarter stuff. It's not just losing games. It's not just not being able to handle players. Like it is a whole, like there's a really big picture. And this is just, another notch on his belt, man. Like
That's
unbelievable.
And I don't, I'm not trying to disparage Antonio Reeves at all. I thought he played incredible. Happy born day to that brother. See, here's the thing though, with the Antonio Reeves, with Brandon Boston, even with Elfrid Payton, the fact that you're literally getting guys off the street and they appear to be competent, right? Mm-hmm. That goes to show you how low the bar is. You literally have two players that aren't or weren't in the NBA, literally, and they've come to your team and they made a difference. I mean, Peyton, it's first game, so I'm gonna give him, of course, give him grace. But Brandon Boston has been like a significant rotational player for you, and not just like because you're injured. He's outplayed guys you have on official real contracts right now. So what does that say about your talent evaluation, your team building skills, the outlook for this franchise? Like, what are you and Token just playing grab ass? Like, what are you guys doing? It's just to echo Ross's sentiments.
Grab ass is a good ism too. I feel like grab ass, Lito, if you're watching, grab ass ism.
Yeah, it's a sad state of affairs, like Ross said. It's just sad. It's sad, dog.
What do you got, Jared? What you got?
I mean, as I try to consume my hot bowl of gumbo on the first cold night in Louisiana, we got to take advantage of times like this. I'm going to find joy, compassion in my bowl of gumbo, because I cannot find that in the Pelicans in the way they operate. I cannot. They can have as many poster boards as they want in that facility. Coaching good. Okay. I would disagree 1,000%. There's nothing Willie Green does well in the game of basketball. He probably played really well at one point in time, but as far as coaching at this point, there's nothing good can come from it. As Chad said, they don't evaluate talent well. As you can look and see a guy like Elfrid Payton can come off the street and contribute to your team like, oh, wow, that looks good. That looks like a point guard. The fact that we're saying this for a guy that was out of the league 3 days ago just doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't. And that's only because Willie Green is your coach.
Justin.
Yeah.
I can't get that in focus, but I just got a text from somebody who doesn't even really follow the team and just said it was a picture of the starting lineup, and it just says, "My God, is that awful?"
And I watched 3/4 of it tonight. Yeah, what you got, Chris?
Man.
Got some film.
Oh,
no,
some real. I do. Now it's not from this game. It's from last game. I'm gonna play the clip twice. And I want you as a coach, I want you to break this to explain to this what we're witnessing here, okay? All right. You ready?
Yeah, I'm a little scared.
That's one time. One more time.
I don't know what this is. What is this? I don't like what is the
Look, you know what, man? My dog's a Christian, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's He's deep into the faith. That looked like the Holy Ghost on the basketball floor. It was god awful.
He's our third center right now. Lito,
Chris,
he brings
tonight?
juice. He brings the juice. Remember, remember a week and a half ago, he was bringing the energy. He was bringing the juice. And this is when Brandon Ingram was on the floor. I think there might have been one other start. Brandon Ingram was definitely on the floor though. And Trey Jemison at halftime. The reason why the Pelicans were in the game and or winning was because of Trey Jemison bringing the juice.
The juice that was brought tonight is 2 points, a block, a steal, 0 for 2 from the field, 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Of course, that's 0 points in 15 minutes.
So okay, let me ask you this then, Chris. If we're talking about like the process, right? So once again, we talked about Carlo. Like Trey Jemison, once again, is not in the future plans, but we did talk about Carlo. And when you brought up Trey Jemison, I thought about Carlo. How is Carlo honestly not starting at this point and logging his minutes? I don't care if he plays. He played like 14 minutes tonight, scored 2 points. I don't care if he plays 40 minutes and scores 0 points. I gotta see what I got. I gotta see. I have to see.
But that's kind of crazy.
Was that crazy?
I got the emphasis on it. I got it though. I'll take it from here. Don't worry about it. Look,
okay, thanks. Yeah, go ahead.
But they don't view it that way. They look in their refrigerator and they go straight back to the store. Like they're not looking to say, all right, I'm gonna make the best of what I have in this fucking cabinet here. Okay, we're gonna, I just bought these groceries a couple days ago. I'm cooking this shit. Nope, they take their ass back to Winn-Dixie, Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, wherever. Well, in this case, it's a dollar store because they're not going to no luxury stores right now. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they choose to do. They ignore the thing. You ever went to your mama and mom's like, we got food at home. The Pelicans don't look at it like that. They act like they don't have food at home. And you know what happens? The food fucking spoils. Or spurls, as they would say in the city. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens. Or you know what I'm saying? Like it's unfortunate because you wait too late. You played Reeves tonight. Guess what? That's fine. If you even thought about playing them for 20 minutes the next game, all that's about to diminish because CJ's gonna be back soon. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Maybe Brandon's out a couple games, and then you get some other guys, and then Reeves is back at the end of the bench, and also not playing in the G League. Same with Carlo. I'm not saying these guys are professionals, but when you're 4-10, 4-11, and you're missing, so like nobody's helping you win these basketball games. You have to evaluate something. You got to at least try. Fuck if they're perfect for your system. Fuck if they fit exactly the type of players that you think are make winning basketball teams. None of these, a good majority of these guys most of them should be playing in Indonesia. That's the truth. But they have to play and wear Pelicans uniform. But what about the ones that you spit a second round pick? If they're terrible, get them off the roster, keep them in the G League. But they're on the bench. There's no reason Noel should be playing in front of them. There's no reason Jamal Cain should be playing in front of some of these dudes. It just that shouldn't have been the case, especially when you were in a situation when you knew with this schedule, it was gonna be hard to keep some of these games competitive.
Shit, it was well said. Chaz Ross, anything?
Hey, another dub for the good guys. We got one. I think this thing is trending in the right direction. You saw what happened with Paul George today. Now it's a race to the bottom. Pause. Like your own chef. You gotta. It's a fucking a tank relay going on essentially. Basically a tank relay at this point. And the Pelicans have positioned themselves to, probably end this season successfully, depending on how you define success. Truthfully, I don't really like, even when you mentioned Carlo, but my thing is you invested a real roster spot in Daniel Tice, who's unplayable.
What's going on with that? Is he hurt?
I don't know. I don't know, and I'm not sure if it even matters.
So is he just choosing not to play him? Like, is he that bad? Like, what is going on?
It's really gross negligence, because it's like you didn't have to sign him to a real contract. Like you could have, like you didn't have to really do that. You didn't have to extend Jose right now. You didn't have to do that, right? No one was going to pay big money for Jose. Now you can't trade Jose for 6 months. Damn, I keep freezing. But now you can't even trade Jose for fucking 6 months. You know what I'm saying? Now you're kind of stuck in no man's land with Jose's contract, and he's going to be out for about 6 weeks. It's just, I don't, man. Look, CJ, man, go sit down somewhere, bro. Just go sit down somewhere. All y'all, just go sit down somewhere. Like all this bullshit ass talk. You know, you got to weather the storm. You know, when the going gets tough, man, shut the fuck up. Just shut up. Shut up. Just shut up. Look, Aaron Nelson been gone about 1.5 years now. Been gone for a while. Look at yourselves. Look at you. All y'all in the infirmary. All y'all in the infirmary. I don't even know where nobody at. All y'all, like the whole, it's like what your boy said on my cousin Vinny. The whole store got the flu. Like
the whole store got the fucking flu. So I had to get this ridiculous suit for you.
Yeah, like these dudes, man, just then y'all on the bench laughing, playing grab ass. Everybody having a big old motherfucking shindig, big old fucking jubilee, big old jubilee.
Hey, Daniel Tice was over there horsing around today. I just cut him. Just cut him. Let him go home. He was over there horsing around on the bench. Just get him out of here.
Yeah, I mean, what would you be doing, Ross, if you're fully healthy? They're like, you had JRE and fucking.
I'd be over there horsing around. But look, it's different for me.
Shout out to Fam.
But I'd be horsing around.
Fam Angus. Appreciate you, new member. This damn camera.
What up, Fam?
Did you want to add on, Ross? No.
I just.
I can't believe we have 275 people.
I don't know. There's just. I'm trying to. I really like. I mean, we're joking about it, but like the silver lining really is that you have to find a way.
My camera's moving.
You got to find a way to just continue to lose these games. I don't. And the good thing is,
keep doing what you're doing.
Yes, I said this last night. I really don't think any one player matters. Brandon comes back, it ain't gonna matter. CJ comes back, it's not really gonna matter. I think I could make an argument. Really, even any two players aren't gonna move the needle. This is a bad situation. I mean, I had the joke in my head about the two lineups. There was the one, whatever that was, 5, 6, 7 years ago, maybe more than that. The Dante Cunningham starting lineup, and it was like Cunningham, Aginsa, Alonzo G. Like it was like that one versus this one, like who wins in a game to 11 type situation. Like this is where you're at. You're at that where you were then. And so there's not anything to take away from these games other than Reeves played good in his opportunity. Carlo, it's funny. I watched the first 2.5 quarters and then I realized Carlo was out there. Like I realized he had played some minutes. I had no clue he was. I just, you kind of get just not dozing off, but like daydreaming while you watch it. I didn't realize he played. He's that invisible to me.
18 minutes, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 points.
I didn't even notice he was out there. And so it just, I just gotta find. Chaz is right, man. This season's over. I've just been saying it for a week and a half now. The season's over. Don't stumble into any wins. They did a great job tonight. As soon as you saw Garland was out, let's go ahead and get Trey out. Brandon, go ahead, catch you a little pine over there too. And let's just keep running it like that for at least a couple more weeks until this thing is just nice and 5 and 20-ish, and then from there just play it out.
So y'all
that's the strategy.
Let's say so we're in agreement with tanking, Jarrett? Agreement?
I mean, either you're gonna tank on purpose or you're gonna lose.
What are we doing right now, Jarrett?
Yeah.
Like Justin, what are we losing? Are we tanking on purpose right now?
Yeah.
Or on accident?
Either way. I mean, you rather at least look like the smart person in tank, right? At least look like the smart person and like, hey, we're doing this on purpose.
So, Jared, can I ask you something then, real quick?
Yeah.
How would you feel? Okay, if we're 15 games in, whatever it is. How would you feel as a fan who bought season tickets this year and they raised the prices from last year? As a fan, how would you feel about that?
I feel played as they should feel, right? With this tank, a head should roll, right? Like jobs should be lost because of it, right? You lied, when you don't tell the truth on multiple occasions, and the lie finally catches up with you. Multiple people should get fired, multiple, and if I'm the fans, right? If I'm looking at this objectively, they should be raising hell at all turns. At all turns.
I want to hear everyone's thoughts on this.
If you want, I totally agree. If you want change, if you want real change in either process or outcome or anything, you have to stand up and make noise, and voice your opinion, or else like you're just a sheep. If you're going to go and just buy your season tickets again next year after this, because I can tell you what they're going to tell you right now. Hey, we look, some of these are fluke injuries. DeJounte, I mean, it's a hand thing first game. I mean, stuff happens, right? CJ, they're going to feed you the story. Just prepare yourself for it. If you're dumb enough to believe it in the absence of real change, people losing their jobs, like Jared just said, noticeable changes, then that's on you. In fact, here, I got my Venmo ready. If you just want to waste money, so you can send me that shit. I got 3 kids to put through school. Send it to me. Usually, if you want to just waste it.
Add my 3
That's
too.
why. Yeah. That's why
we got mouths. We got mouths to feed over here.
Ross is a groundbreaking guy, because I didn't want to be the person to have to say this, but if you buying season tickets, you might as well go get in the back of somebody's van because they got candy. Like it's see a fool, play a fool at this point. Like that put it in the super chat. Like, you know what I'm saying? You want to buy this TV?
Support our show.
Yeah, support our show. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? Come to death row. Fuck. Yeah, you want to buy this TV? There's 2 cinder blocks in here, but it's a TV, as far as you know. But nah, I don't. I mean, look, again, with the Lakers had like 2 losing seasons in a row. They were literally protesting. If you can, just protest, or just stop going. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just stop going. Or it's disheartening because you want to support the team, and a person like Mickey Loomis, he'll tell you, keep your broke ass home. Like, you're like, damn, Mickey, I asked for a win. You gonna tell me like I can't? Yeah, you probably can't afford to come to the game anyway. Like, what kind of shit is that? But that's the mentality these people have. It's zero self-awareness. I just what's today? Wednesday, man. My trash got to go out Wednesday too. So it's the perfect time to fire Willie Green. Willie Green should not survive the week. I don't think Willie Green should survive the week, admittedly. I think it's about that time, Willie. You just breed a losing spirit. It's just like, it ain't like, it's just a dark losing cloud over the team, and it's led by Willie Green. It's just time to go. For just enthusiasm purposes, there needs to be wholesale sweeping changes within the organization.
Chris, what are your thoughts?
They're not going to tank, so I want them to fire the coach.
And I think that's fair. I do. I think.
I mean, that's right. That's the truth, though, right?
No, it's the truth. What really pisses me off. Like, it's not even like the firing the coach. Like, have your opinion, Willie Green. Like, once again, I don't think he's very good. What pisses me off is that you raise ticket prices, you sell false hope to fans, and then you put out this fucking product. It's embarrassing. I mean, shout out to the guys playing hard tonight and everything, but come on, you really want to watch that? God forbid that was a home game. Thank God it wasn't a home game. I mean, Golden State comes Friday. What, 70% are going to be Golden State fans? 75%?
To your point, Justin, it's not that one, like, okay, you guys just a bad team. Like, you lied and said that you were going to figure it out. Like, you said it as if like we're not smart enough to see this team isn't going to work. We knew, even if they were healthy, I still didn't believe that they would, go the full
And they
season.
made you feel stupid, Jared. Be like, oh, we'll just put Zion at the 5. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
What? Who's gonna guard that lineup?
The
fucking
arrogance. Like who
medical team.
Who told you to be that arrogant? I'm all for people being confident and arrogant when they're successful. But don't get mad at me when I tell you about your bullshit, about your arrogance when you fail. Because I'm gonna show you, hey, you said this. You did this. You said you were gonna figure it out. You have not figured it out. You weren't going to figure it out. You lucky the team got injured. That kind of gave you an excuse.
Yep.
The silver lining in, I think, and this goes back to like what your question you just asked, Justin, about if you're a season ticket holder, and I mean, I was going to say this goes the way it's been going, but I mean, the season's over, right? If you're a season ticket holder, you're pissed, right? Because you paid more for tickets. They tricked you into all this stuff. We're going to figure it out. 49 wins was just, that was the floor for this group, all the stuff they said, right? So you're mad. But if I'm, what I want to see now is basically what Chris just alluded to. I want to see, if you want to salvage me as a fan, I need Willie Green gone, because if nothing else, Borrego's not going to win with the group that played tonight. Nobody's going to win with the group that played tonight. But what will happen is you will see a better, more exciting brand of basketball. So what you'll see is Reeves get more opportunities. They'll play more up tempo. You'll see Carlo put in spots because these are the only players you have. And I get that. I do. But what you'll see is something that looks better. You're not going to win the games because nobody's going to win with these players. But you'll see a better product that you can then rationalize. Man, once the talent gets back or the talent increases, I see something that might make me come back next year and get season tickets. You'll be building towards something at least. And it'll be a little more exciting than what you're doing right now, which is just getting your teeth kicked in. I would rather at least lose 140 to 120 than just what we've done the last few nights. And I do think you can play more up tempo with some of these guys. Like, it's the only chance you have. And so by making that change, you at least like keep a little bit of interest, because if you just stay like this, the losing is it's set. You can see it. It's set in. You've got to do something now to at least make this not just a horrible culture of boring losing. You got to at least make it fun losing. And there's a way to do that.
Like,
you know what? There's a perfect way to do that. I'm sorry, Justin, to echo Ross's sentiments. It's like being a spy. It's like if you're a spy. I don't know if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Because I'm breaking up. Yeah, it's like being a spy. When you're a spy and you got a gadget, you want to have a small gadget. See, if the Pelicans will have suffering small, hard-fought losses, it'll be different. But see, when you're a guy, when you're a spy rather, and you pull out a huge gadget, and people are watching these losses, and they look at that loss. It's huge. That loss is huge. Look at how big that loss is. It's gigantic. But see, if it was a small loss, people say, wow, that's the small, sleek loss. But it's huge. So the Pelicans, they're just no Griff. But, the Pelicans are just a terrible product. You can't even really pretend to even like have optimism for this organization at this point. Just fuck these dudes, man. I can't like toy around with the shit no more. No, fuck David Griffin. I don't know what Swin do, but fuck the entire front office. Let's get the front office up out of here. Like this has been a disaster. It's been a disaster. I don't give a fuck who out. You don't get to lose this many games in this short of a window by this margin. Y'all wasn't that good when y'all was semi-healthy.
So this is what I wanted to bring up. This is what I wanted to address from Hoffa. So I just need to see them healthy before I see this team will not work. But this is the same thought process every single year. Like,
yeah, part of the
we say
reason
every
this team
single-
doesn't work is because they're never healthy. So I
Right,
can
so-
take your sentence and flip some words and give you the answer you need, Hoffa.
So like you just
That's really
it's
the
always
carrot
the
on the
same.
stick.
This is always the same question and comment I see so much. Like, oh, you're being tough on Willie and this and that and Zion. It's like, well, they're never all on the court at the same time. Like we have still not seen DeJounte Murray, Zion Williamson, and Brandon Ingram play a single second this season, and you're not going
I
to
honestly
see it.
don't want to see them play a single second. Admittedly, look, you tried, it didn't work out. Just get rid of everybody, man. Let's just move on. Like hoping for health is really that carrot on the stick. We really just went through this with the Dell Demps era. Like, man, once we get Tyreek and Eric Gordon, Drew Holiday all healthy at the same time, it's like, nah, it just ain't. Look, you have problems pre-Aaron Nelson and post-Aaron Nelson. It's you. You're the motherfucking problem. So it's just enough is enough, man. Like, enough is enough. Let's move on. And I think you could salvage this organization at this point by making trades and wholesale changes.
Yeah. So then what's next? What's the first domino that's got to fall?
I think you got to fire Willie first.
Okay.
You got to fire Willie first.
I think you fire Willie and then and Brandon's this isn't one of those things where like I'm not really blaming anybody specific, any of the players for what's happening right now, whatever. It's just a whole disaster.
Oh,
but
shout out to Blue Jay, man, that super chat.
Oh, shout out Blue Jay. Appreciate you.
Money. Thank you, brother.
We'll just start this one for the end. But you've got to move off Brandon now. Like this team is going nowhere and his contract is up. Like there's nothing else to wait on. You've got to start rearranging the roster. It's senseless not to, man. It's crazy not to. I think, in fact, if they fire, they're not going to do it. But I really think you firing both of them, Griff and Willie, would be a nice one.
I just know
they're
not going to.
They're not gonna. But you can't get away with. You can't get away with taking multiple guys off the street.
When's the last time
he's in front of a camera? Making them starters?
When's the last time
Griff's been in front of a
camera? When's the last time Griff's been in front of a camera and addressed the current, like what's going on with Zion? Like when's the last time we heard from Griff? Was it during a game with Joel and AD?
He probably was on last night on Chat Bait or something showing feet. But aside from how he makes his money on the side, it's just time. It's just like, bro, it's like now you're looking at salvaging the organization at this point. And it's like, yo, you have to get rid of Griffin. You can't this because now it's embarrassing, right? And if we know anything about this organization, they don't like to be embarrassed. So now it's embarrassing. Like, you're suffering embarrassing defeats against high-profile teams because Cleveland just lost their first game yesterday. Everybody was watching for the game today to see how they would respond. So people are going to be like, what the fuck what's up with the Pelicans? Like, I've read about 5-6 articles already. They kind of reference things in the same order as Ross. It's like, look, first course of action, you gotta just move Brandon. You gotta move him now, just because the later the season gets, it's gonna be closer to you getting nothing in return, right? Willie Green, it's time to just get out of here, dog. Like, just like at this point, he's just poisoning the well. Like at this point, like he's gonna ruin players to the point where they can't even recover. They lose confidence in themselves. How many players are you going to let this guy just ruin and hold hostage? You got to move on. And you really do.
Chris, what you've done.
Don't settle. Go hard on them dudes. Everybody's trying to play the right way. Salute. Be aggressive.
I can't believe he salutes the team. He fucking saluted them. Like, in my wildest dreams, I would not ever think to say, "Hey, salute." I just like. I mean, that is insane. That is insane.
That's like watching That's like when you watching a fight and the fighter getting his ass whipped, and the trainer keeps saying, "I want you to keep jab, use your jab, use your jab." That's all he doing.
It's like
What the
he's
fuck?
fucking. You know what Willie Green should have
Whooping
said?
my ass, coach.
It should have been.
Was that second game we got our ass kicked, or the second half we just got our ass totally kicked. We couldn't do diddly poo offensively. We couldn't make a first down. We couldn't run the ball. We didn't try to run the ball. We couldn't complete a pass. We sucked. The second half we sucked. We couldn't stop the run. Every time they got the ball, they went down and got points. We got our ass totally kicked in the second half. That's what it boiled down to. It was a horse performance in the second half. Horse. I'm totally embarrassed and totally ashamed. Coaching did a horrible job. The players did a horrible job. We got our ass kicked in that second half. It sucked. It stunk.
It stunk.
It stunk like that. He meant that shit.
Willie had such a trash attitude toward the rookie tonight, and his post-game presser gave him almost no credit. Instead, said he followed the game plan and gave Jody Meeks credit. I mean, he gives a lot of credit out. So our shirts are available. 5, right? Yeah. I saw Trey Jefferson drive to the goal tonight. It's kind of like what it looked like.
My dog Stanley in the building.
I don't know. Like, what do y'all? Don't with the fan questions?
Yeah, let's talk to the fans. Just let them
man.
Yeah.
We supposed to drop the link. Y'all
You want to drop the link?
link
All right,
tonight,
fine. Young prospect. Oh, God. Let
Gotcha.
me do this shit. Y'all keep the conversation going. I gotta post this stuff.
All right.
Smoking that smoke, doing that coke, dealing that dope, giving up hope, gang banging.
Hey, who do y'all think is the white dude with the sunglasses playing
That's
that?
what I'm saying.
How
We
do
talked
you
about
get
this,
that job?
You're a narc.
How does one?
You got the other video, Chris?
Smoking that.
Oh, spoken
You
word.
must mean this.
Wasting your time, drinking that wine, smoking that smoke and doing that coke, dealing that dope, giving up hope. School is a joke. Gang banging.
It's the gang bang.
The other one, Chris.
Come on, no, wait.
I'm from home with serve packs and things. Quick to stab their brother in the back for change. And as a youngin', I was taught the game. Used to watch my daddy while he cut that cane. See it.
What does Lito do? All right, Co, welcome to the show.
What's up,
What
bro?
up, Cal?
What's up, bro?
Man,
Go
I don't
ahead.
know what have started. I think I said this in the comments a couple shows ago. I feel like if you would have just added more talent to the bench, that would have raised the team flow to the point where we probably could win in spite of Willie Green more. What I mean by that is like, dog, you got players like Javonte Green, you got Kane, you just got rid of Noel, but Noel, you got Jemison, dudes like that, Tice. When you could have went got Fultz, you could have went got Lonnie Walker, you could have went got Justin Holiday, Biombo, type of players that okay, if Zion hurt, Brandon hurt, whoever, Trey, DeJounte, you can still win games, bro. Like y'all say, man, what's the goal? You trying to win, bro, or you just want people to pull up to the Smoothie King Center and watch the game and buy Zion jersey? Cause I don't know, it just seemed very unserious. Then obviously the elephant in the room, Willie gotta go. Obviously you gotta trade Brandon because you chose to pay Trey. Like Griff gotta go, but we know that ain't finna happen. Like Willie will go before Griff go. It's just the same thing every season, bro.
So, Co, what would your first move be then?
You gotta get Willie out of there first. Before anything, you gotta get Willie out of there. Then you probably will see if you could get off BI, probably CJ too. I mean, I think they kind of look at CJ how they looked at Drew, especially with the the fact that he like the president of the Players Association or whatever. So they probably ain't gonna trade CJ unless he asks for a trade to like a contender or something. But obviously he not a part of the future. Like it's not that he not a good player. I don't want him in New Orleans, but it's like dude like 33. Like I doubt he want to retire here. So I mean, I don't know, bro. I just feel like you gotta have some type of vision for the future, bro.
Gotcha. Well, Co, appreciate you calling in as always and supporting the show. Appreciate you. Thanks,
Appreciate
man.
y'all.
So
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
you're my boy, Blue.
You're my boy.
You're my boy. I wish Lito was. Yeah, of course Lito would miss this show. Ross, what were your thoughts though? Like, do you think it's time we seriously think about trading CJ McCollum?
I mean, like only from an economics perspective. You just don't want to end up in a spot similar to where you are now next year with CJ. Like, I actually would advocate for like having that. Like, they need to have that discussion with CJ. Brandon, you just got to sell him to the highest bidder. CJ, I would probably, I would talk to him and see if you could work out a deal like where he would want to go. And if he really wanted to stay, I'm not like I don't think you have to trade CJ. Okay, I think if you care about the long term like health of the team, I probably would. But I don't know what you're going to get for him either. That's the other part. And I like CJ around as an adult in the room. It's hard to know what his market would be. It really is. I don't know. I don't think he's as much of a must trade today as Brandon is. Brandon is a must trade today. CJ, I think if I was gonna like think about trading him, I would do it at the deadline.
Okay.
If at all.
Let's get to okay. Let's get to David. David, welcome to the show.
Oh, what's up, David?
What up, David?
Oh, y'all can hear me?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah, what's up, David?
Yeah. When did this try dropping, man?
Oh man, you know what? I got something I've been working on, and just show you how predictable this team is. I've been working on it since the offseason. I already knew this was. I already knew how it was gonna go. It's sad, bro. It's sad. It's sad, bro.
Do you have a working title you can share with us, Chaz?
Yeah.
Now, if I tell you the title, that's gonna show you who the diss track about. I can't. I'm just waiting. I'm reading it. Nah. You know what? I'm reading the tea leaves. I'm waiting on the person to play their cards, and then we're gonna see where this goes. But I'm just, I don't want to jump the gun.
Go ahead, David.
Appreciate it, David. I think that was the question.
Oh, that was a question.
Yeah, that was the question.
David, always all right. That's the question.
Not much to talk about again.
Yeah, not much to talk about. Appreciate you always the call in, David. Appreciate you, man.
What I
Chaz is the prop guitar going to make a is it part of
Hey, can y'all you think y'all two can work together with the piano and the guitar? Maybe we can figure something out here,
Chaz, yeah.
We have some hits.
I'd be happy to get in the studio.
I got my
here we go. Right here. I was waiting. Prospect. I was waiting for you. We're doing this for you. You show up.
Oh, what up, Prospect?
What's going on, bro?
Hey, first of all, let me see. Justin, you're down bad, bro. You've been lying since the last time we won. Now I got to come on here and talk bad. I wanted to give him props when he won the last game, but I forgot what the hell I wanted to see. But you're down bad, so I'm going to get that off my chest first. All right.
I accept it.
Now, look, man, in that Trey Jemison video, why he look like on the Wayne brothers? That's what he looked like, bro. But, hey, Jamal Cain got to go. Jamal Cain got to go. This man can't do 3 dribbles without losing the ball, bro. His dribbling is horrible. It's horrible. I'm going outside Benson Towers tomorrow with a picket sign, and I'm protesting to get Willie fired. Somebody got to start it. I'm going to start it. I'm about to go by the Benson Towers. I'm going to raise hell. I'm gonna be the first one to go to the game. I'm gonna give me a shirt that say doctor's orders. I'm gonna try to get as close to the Pelicans bench as possible. They're gonna put me out. Somebody got to be the sacrificial lamb.
Shit, they put me out.
I'll be the sacrificial lamb, man.
Yeah, we play the Warriors Friday.
Oh, you gonna be on national TV? They gonna pick that up.
Yeah, man.
They gonna get you.
And look, man, they got this dude on the G League team named, what's his name? I think Jalen Crutchin. I think they should call him up too. Give him a try rather than calling motherfuckers off the street that I don't even never heard of before.
Prospect, what did you think of Antonio Reeves tonight?
Oh, he was good. I'm so happy he made Willie look stupid once again. Like nothing satisfies me more than when the players make Willie look like a complete dumbass. It's like every player done had their turn to do it. Trey done done it. Zion done done it. B.I. done it. DeJounte Murray did it on his first fucking day.
Hawk got him last year.
Yeah, I love it, man. I love it, man.
Well, Prospect, you did not disappoint, man. We appreciate you as always. Thanks for your support, man.
Yeah, just do me a favor, Justin. Just do me a favor.
What you got?
We don't want to talk. They say you don't want to talk.
Oh,
say, nah, we don't want to get tonight.
Prospect, you're always welcome whenever you want to come on, man. Appreciate you.
All right, bro.
Later, bro.
All right, Prospect.
That was an epic rant. Appreciate you, Prospect. Mose, welcome to the show. What's going on?
Man, I'm so glad y'all opened the lines up tonight because when y'all started out, man, y'all was so sad. Y'all was just it was solemn. It was just, I'm like, man, god damn, somebody died. I mean, y'all was so disgusted. But everybody's disgusted, man. I'm watching the game the other night. My son walked in the room. He said, "Who the hell are those guys playing on the Pelicans team?" He's like, and he's like 15 years old. He was like, "Who the hell are these guys? I don't see them on 2K."
Unbelievable.
But I'm just trying to bring a little levity to the situation, man, because I hear you guys. See, y'all got to stop living in Wonderland. Willie's got to go, and we got to trade Brandon. Man, those people are not going to do that. That's not our reality. I mean, give it to us real and raw. That's not our reality, man. We just have to live through this stuff like we always have to live through stuff as Saints and Pelican fan, and then hope somebody die or something, man, because they're not going to make any moves, man. David Griffin, man, and sold us a bunch of bullshit. You bring in a guy like Willie. So you're at this point, you have to do something different. I don't always agree with everything Chad say, but man, I'm in favor of blowing this shit up because at this point, bro, you done seen what you got. Zion will never consistently be healthy. And I knew Brandon's injury was coming, right? Because he need 2 weeks off, right? He been playing a lot, so this is customary time that he find 2 or 3 weeks off himself. That he, so get rid of Brandon. Why, like you like to say on the stock market, sell high. While some people are still interested in him, but the bottom line is, man, Willie Green, you know how you say a functional illiterate? Is he a dysfunctional illiterate? I mean, I just don't understand. Why would you play guys like Noel and all of these guys, man, and wouldn't play the guys that you need to be trying to develop now? Because you really have an excuse to play them, right? Hey, look, we're going to lose anyway, but, we're going to try to get some of these kids ready and find out what we have with these other players. But instead, you bring in guys who off the scrap heap that have no chance, that shouldn't even be in the NBA. And secondly, you're not going to win the games anyway. So, man, sometimes I just wonder, man, if David Griffin and Willie Green, man, maybe something, I don't know, maybe stupid is just too good to say, right? Maybe something is just not right with them, man. I don't know if they need to be evaluated, psychologically or something like that, because I kind of feel like we're dealing with Hannibal Lecter and some other kind of psychotic person, man, and we having to deal with that. And we sitting down and we witnessing lunacy, crazy shit right now. I'm talking about Twilight Zone shit, and it's all right. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know how to describe this stuff. You know, I just don't know. Play. This is crazy, man. I really feel like, yes, man. I don't know what, man. I don't know. I can't even, man. Look, I'm at a loss for words, and I could talk a hole in people's head, right? But I'm at the point right now where, man, I just don't fucking understand this. Am I crazy? I mean, I'm sort of half myself.
Maybe I'm a little fucking crazy. Jeremy's a little fucking crazy.
Think of this. Why am I watching the Pelicans every night and listening to y'all talk about the Pelicans? I got to be out of my fucking mind too.
Mose, we do this shit every single. We're out of our fucking mind. We do a show on a team that just rolled out.
Y'all crazy too.
Terrible lineup of Trey Jemison and Carla. It's bad, Mose. Thanks for all your support, man. We really appreciate
you, Mose.
Mose, thanks for calling in as always. Look, we're a show of accountability.
Yes.
Give it to me raw it's the worst thing I've ever said. Mose.
Real and raw. That's what he said.
That was kind of
We ain't no motherfucking freaks. We some family men. We getting it paper. You know what I'm talking about?
Kai, welcome to the show.
Oh, what up, Kai?
With the hell?
My dog, Kai, what up?
Guess what? Next Wednesday, we get another hat. That's all that matters. That's all that fucking matters, baby. That's right. I cannot wait. Bringing my niece, my baby girl, and my little nephew, and they're getting hats for the wintertime. That's all that really matters. Guys, we can be honest here. The experiment died in Vegas. It died in Vegas. And let me talk about Vegas. You know what you saw in Vegas? You saw the fucking culture. You saw the culture that David Griffin let build up. He let Brandon and Zion build that culture up. Then you saw at that press conference, you saw fuck it, I'm gonna say it. You saw them show up high on that weed. Act like fucking jackasses. That's what they did not act like professionals because that's the culture that David Griffin let them build. And you saw them fuck around in that game. And instead of everybody realizing, going, hey man, this shit is over. It was over. Vegas showed you it was the end. It was over. Everyone lied to themselves. You won 49 fucking games and everybody kept telling yourself, hey man, you know what? It's gonna be different. This gonna be different. No, it wasn't gonna be different. This season didn't matter at all. Even before it started, it didn't matter. It's like basically the Pelicans is like imagine you have a life-threatening disease, right? But you can cure the disease, but you just fucking refuse, but you just want to live with the disease. You're like, oh, the disease just gonna go away, it gonna get better. Well, you know, you could just cure this shit. And the Pelicans are just like, well, I'm not going to do that. It's going to go away by itself. It's going to get better, just by eating berries, some ginger ale. That's how it's going to get better. This shit wasn't going to get better. And I mean, I really don't care because, I've seen the future. Hey, I ain't even worried about tanking, but take care of the tanking. God hates us. I don't give, nobody's going to come back healthy. Zion ain't coming back this year, guys. Just stop that shit. Murray, he probably gonna re-injure his hand again. Ingram probably gonna be out 2 fucking weeks. Those people talking about Griff needs the tank. Nah, buddy. God's gonna take care of this tanking for us. And as long as we end up with Dylan Harper, and then we can ship everybody else the fuck out of here, I'm happy. But you know what I'm more happy about? My hat that I will be getting next Wednesday, baby.
Kai, that was incredible, man.
Yeah, the next Wednesday, baby, we're getting a hat. And also to piggyback on what everyone else said, fire everyone in the fucking building. We know that. Let Antonio Reeves be our leading scorer for the rest of the season.
Christ.
That's the way. Yeah, that's the way. Look, I'm sorry. I'm the only one that won the top 3 pick. That's how you do it. You gotta let Antonio Reeves shoot the ball. He shot it 25 tonight. I need him to put it up 30 Friday. I need 30 Friday, brother. Like if Antonio Reeves ain't putting the ball up 30, somebody got to go, bro. I gotta get
Clay on. I gotta get Clay on. Clay's waiting.
All right, Clay, let's go, pals. I get a hat. Let's
you, Kai.
go, Pels. And say hello to my bird, too. Bye.
Later. Appreciate you.
Stupid.
Say hello to my bird.
Clay, going on? Sir. What's up?
Hello, y'all hear me?
We can hear you, man.
Hey,
Welcome
Clay, how
to
you
the
doing,
show.
man?
I gotta say, first of all, I mean, there's some funny guys in this chat, man. There's some funny people coming on here.
They are.
And
What you
second,
got?
right? So, to be honest, I've only been tapped into this team since like the end of last year when we were on that little run, right? And we keep saying that Willie Green has increased our win totals every year. Like, how?
Do you think he's do you not think he's a good coach? What are your thoughts
No,
on
this is me honestly. Like, I haven't watched that many games, right? I'm kind of a new fan. This is me asking y'all, how did he do this? Like, is it a fluke? Like,
yeah, that's a fair question, Clay, and appreciate your comment and enjoying the show. Thank you for that. Chaz, I mean, you know, we've talked about this all the time, but go back to Brandon Ingham's presser when the season ended last year, and what does he say? We won a lot of games with talent.
Yeah,
the roster's talented.
Yeah, and I just think the Pelicans just got as much bad luck as they've gotten as of late. I think last year they got extremely lucky a couple years in a row. You know, he played a lot of the teams. For once, you played a lot of teams when they were missing their talent, and you were able to capitalize. So, you know, it was the gamble this season, and I'll just play this.
I gambled on you, and you gambled on a crackhead.
So that's ultimately, you know, that's how it played out.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, and it's important to remember. I mean, that for that first year, like we went 36-46 or something, and then maybe right at 500. Maybe
I mean,
right
he started
at
off like what 3-16. He started off that year. 3-16?
I mean, I think that first year we were 10 games under 500. I think his second year we were right at 500, and last year Zion played 70 games. Like, I mean,
that's really the big difference. I like, and that goes to roster construction. That's why even with Brandon, I disagree with Brandon for saying, you know, they got by on talent alone. I'm like, yeah, but y'all just not that talented without like an especially talented player. Like, because the sum of your parts never really matched well. Like, this coaching staff and this front office did this team an incredible disservice. You know, it's just been it's unbelievable. But
I gambled on you, and you gambled on a crackhead.
That's what you get.
Lord, welcome to the show. What's going
on?
Oh,
what else is?
What's that? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yep.
Hope y'all doing good, man. See, for me, it's a couple things, and I think that's kind of the issue for me is that like it would be one thing if it was just one thing, but like you're dealing with multiple issues, and I think like that's what makes it hard because you don't really know. Like, yeah, we all have our opinions of like what to do first and what's the first move, whether it's trading Brandon, Willie, whomever the case may be. But like as much as like there's a ton of like things to look at Willie and be like, oh, he's a shit coach for XYZ, or trade Brandon because of XYZ, or start with CJ or whomever. Like, I continuously, and just speaking for myself, like I continuously to go way at the top. And I think a lot of this shit like really starts with Griff. And I'm looking at the fact that like you've set every media date, every interview you've set, and you gave us some shit, and then you've turned around and a lot of your moves been either the opposite. And it doesn't make no sense to me, but it also starts with the simple fact that he himself, like this team operates in a way where they think that they have a bunch of time. Like, and like time isn't on their side. Like, there's no sense of urgency, and he himself as an executive isn't applying any pressure. So because as an executive, like there's no pressure, there's no hot seat, there's no expectation coming from him that's being passed on down to his coaches and the coaching staff and the players. Like, how the fuck do I'm sorry, I don't know if I can, but how can I as a fan then turn around and expect to see Brandon or Zion play with a certain expectation, or for them to hit the ground running as early as July instead of waiting until October to get in the gym, or for Willie to have any kind of sense of urgency, or for Borrega to do XYZ? Because again, like, it's not coming from your executive, and I think like that's my issue. So for me, like if were to say that somebody had to go, I'd be like, yeah, man, I don't disagree. And I completely understand everybody's argument that it has to be Willie Green first. And he has to be like the first domino, because I believe to some extent that coaches, like when things aren't going right, the results not happening, you not winning games, you get the coaches out of here, and you can probably see the quickest almost turnaround
Yeah.
in camaraderie and wins and results, all those things. Again, just look at the Saints. They won the last 2 games, and things just kind of feel different regardless to how they season end. But
yeah. And look, Florin, you're not wrong. I got to get prospects on again. So we always appreciate your support and calling the show. Thank you. Because I want to talk about the David Griffin thing, Florin, because you bring up a lot of good points. Ross, thanks again, Florin. Ross, Florin brings up good points. We keep saying this though. It does start at the top. It really does. And me and Chaz were talking tonight. It's just like, when is he? Like, he's just never in front of the camera. Like, there's never any questions directed. Like, does he ever give an update on anything? I feel like right now he's just kind of hype and just letting this all play out. When in reality, it's fucking embarrassing. I mean, look, you got the whole Dalton Connect thing last night, where Lakers fans are trolling all types of Pelicans fans because that was the swap and this and that, whatever. feel how you want about that. Fine. You just got you got crushed yesterday by 40. Then the whole NBA Central picks up Legion Hoops. Like, look at this starting lineup. Like, what the fuck is going on with the Pelicans? You get blasted again tonight by 28. You're coming home Friday. Everybody's still hurt. And you get Golden State on national TV. At what point are you going to face the music, to face the cameras?
I think it's well past time. It's well past time. This guy has gotten away with this arrogance. We'll figure it out. He speaks in a manner of that he's much smarter than you. And then when things go poorly, you don't hear from him. But at the end of the day, like this fault, we blame a lot of it on Willie Green. But the head of the snake has to go. He cannot be in charge of a turnaround. He cannot be in charge of whatever the next phase of this is. This is, at the end of the day, you built this. You're signing off on us bringing players off the street and putting them into the starting lineup. Not one, multiple. You're signing off on that. You don't feel good enough about the players that are on our G League roster to pull them up the same way it would, in other situations. This is on him. It's time to step up and face the music. The problem is that there is no music to face. That's the sad reality of it, right? Like, no one's clamoring. Like, we're not, we're not credentialed media or whatever anymore. Like, no one's clamoring for this. I mean, who's out there, banging on the door saying, Griffin, it's time for you to say something? Nobody. There's no pressure. This has been the issue with me from this organization from the jump. There's no one putting pressure on David Griffin. So when you want to talk about it starting at the top, define it. Because I've said this a million times on here. They want the Pelicans to be no news. No news is good news. I think this becomes problematic when they start getting made fun of publicly, like with the Zion thing last year. That's when you saw him have to get in front of a camera. A couple years ago, whenever it became a public thing, no one knew where Zion was. He was in Portland. He wasn't in Portland, and then he came back, and he's saying, I don't know, I could play, and he does a reverse dunk in like a pre-game game. He's saying he can play, and then Griffin has to come address it after the last. He only shows up when it becomes really loud noise, because that's the only time I think anyone ever questions anything internally. The guys, I mean, he's operating with what seems like immunity here, both from local media and from his oversight, whether that be Gale or whoever sits between Griff and Gale. I don't know. But it's time to get in front of a camera and address this absolute dog shit situation that you have created, that you built.
Got to keep it real and raw, man. Got to keep it real and raw.
Yeah. All right. We'll ask one prospect. Then we're about an hour and 10 in, about 200 people here. Appreciate y'all. Make sure you smash the like button. Helps out the channel. Hit the bell notification. I know we're going live. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I really appreciate all these last
big
2
money
minutes, man.
super chats also, Justin.
I'll get to
Some
those.
big
Yep.
money
All
super
right.
chats.
Prospect, what's up, man? Real quick.
Hey, bro, you want to know what pissed me off the most about what's going on right now? Real talk.
What's that, bro?
These motherfuckers convinced me to get an antenna for my big ass 80-inch TV in my room.
Oh wow,
Me
really?
too, Prospect.
Like, bro, I went to like 4 or 5 different dollar stores to find a goddamn antenna. I was one of the dumbasses. Like, ooh, this might be our year. Ooh, we gonna make some noise for the shit to happen the same way it always happens.
Prospect.
This shit,
Fans of
ridiculous.
and Prospect.
I know this gonna sound bad, but what I think it's gonna take to get rid of Griff and to make Gal sell the team, the league gonna have to do it, and it's gonna take something as egregious as the Donald Sterling situation. I hope it's not exactly that, but it's gonna take that level of something happening for us to really get change. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm fucking pissed, man. I'm standing outside drinking E&J. I don't even drink the cheap ass liquor, man.
Oh man,
Nerves back.
Not the earth.
Oh, Lord. He's like, what y'all got
damn
brown
nerves,
up in
man.
there? What y'all
my
got
damn
brown up in
nerves.
Prospect, you're the man, dude. Appreciate you, bro.
Oh man. All right, bro.
All right.
I've come to talk with you again.
Prospect outside.
Chris, how long do you think it would take Ross to upload that song in the StreamYard? Like, do you think he could figure it out in a day? Like, do you think
about 26 hours, though?
do you think Ross could figure out how to share and upload a file into StreamYard? Do you think he
What
could
are you
do it in
talking
less than a
about?
day?
This took me 5 minutes.
That's ridiculous. You know, it's just that's the untrained eye that says something like.
That's what it is. That's the untrained eye, Chris and Justin, that says something like that. It's ridiculous.
Fam, appreciate you becoming a member of the
Thank you,
channel.
sir.
Welcome to the crew.
Fam.
Blue Jay 44, appreciate your super chat. We know Willie's gone, but who would y'all actually want to replace Griff if he gets the boot?
I don't, truthfully, I don't even know if that's necessarily a position that needs to be filled. But in the event you did, I would like, please, Bob Myers, call, like whoever, but
There's
whoever.
no way.
But yeah, he wouldn't do it. But that's the thing too. Whoever would, come to this team, they would have to be comfortable with dealing with an ownership group. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily an official owner. And it's just, again, it's such a toxic situation from the top down. But Griff easy to replace at this point because the bar is so fucking low.
Yeah, like,
you just need somebody to find you free.
It's been 6 years, and it's been just 6 bad years. You haven't won one playoff series. You've won 2 playoff games. You've won 3 3 play-in games. Just you're not getting any better. It's been a bunch of bullshit. I'm just over it. I'm so fucking over it. Samuel, appreciate the super chat. Love me some Antonio Daniels, and I know as an announcer he has to toe a certain line, but his line at the end about how it was nice to see Willie Green coaching at the end of the game and standing up, that wasn't needed. Laugh out loud. Samuel, he actually did this like a week ago too, and I get it. Like his job is to keep as much positive vibes as possible. Like that's literally his job. So like is it annoying? Sure, but I mean, at the end of the day, he's trying to fucking do his job and be positive, and him and Joel have to be entertaining. But no, I completely agree with you. Like, okay, Willie Green is coaching. Yes. Like, is that how bad the game is that we have to like literally talk about the coach coaching the game? Like, it's kind of crazy to think about. But appreciate your super chat.
When y'all think we get our next win? Because we play the Warriors.
Toronto.
Friday, you mean? Then we win Friday?
No, Toronto.
Oh, tomorrow. Oh, yeah. I'm hoping I hope the good guys.
Toronto's what? 3? Toronto's like in 3 games?
Yeah. But
because it's Golden State, then it's Indiana, then it's Toronto, I think.
Yeah. But I'm not sure one of these teams we play on the second night of back-to-back. I can't remember exactly which one it is. It's not like it matters. But one of these teams we play on the
It's not back to back. There's a day. There's a day in between. I'm looking at it right now.
No,
25th.
27th. No, they have the second night of back to back.
They'd have it. I got you.
Yeah, so it's one of these teams. I'm not sure, but man, you could realistically be looking at going. I don't know what the one is, but you could realistically be going 1 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You could be going 1 and 13 over your next 14 games.
You're getting CJ. Well, you're still getting CJ Trey, Brandon Hawkins back. Dude, I'm with you. Don't like the. I'm just like.
I man, it's because even when we heard about Hawkins, he wasn't doing any contact neither. So
not. But I mean, I think they both back next week though, Chaz.
They both back next week. So
I agree.
Yeah.
But look, they've been on the shelf for what, a month, 3 weeks. So like,
has it been a
Hawkins
month?
been about 3 weeks.
Shit. God,
CJ was right before Halloween. Yeah, right before Halloween.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's why it seems like more time has passed than it actually has, but it also seems like, damn, we this many games in already. A quarter of the season is almost gone.
That's why it feels like a perfect opportunity to make that head coaching change before these players get back.
Before they even come back.
Before they come back. So you can just start implementing a new system.
Yep.
Damn. Well, really appreciate y'all this back-to-back. Shout out to the panel, Ross, Chris, Lito, Jarrett, Chaz, man. We show up every single night. I think someone tweeted us 2 times. We were like, y'all can take off tonight. We don't take off. We don't have any off days. Like in every game we're here. So appreciate the guys on the show, and obviously Lala in the background. By the way, Lala's kid high school debut last night. 19-12. Shout out William Nelson.
Shout out to Will,
man. Smash the
Remember
like
the
button.
name.
Appreciate y'all. We will see y'all Friday night. Talk to y'all later.